won't get...
Settle down, Stronghold. You won't get in the way of my ascension. Once I have become first party, I will simply watch as you and your pathetic friends are obliterated in the IP apocalypse.
You won't be safe, Toxin. We have to band together, or...
I can take care of myself. Besides, I'd rather see you destroyed than become your ally. Farewell, Stronghold.
No! Ugh. Stronghold, I'm here. You've got to stop him. Rest easy, old friend. Toxin won't get away with this. Wherever evil strikes, no matter where it appears in the universe, I will come.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus, and it is time for the Shafter. This legendary hard worker is an exclusive piece available through TFcon 2012, and I think it's time to check out his package. I didn't mention this in the Rager review, but these guys come in really sturdy boxes. Shafter's is adorned colorfully with both his biography and his character artwork, drawn by the Shibamura Metastic Silas Z. Though, I'll be honest, I heard the dude's kind of a nerd, and I thought it's Silas Z. Anyway, inside is a well-done plastic tray and an awesome bio card! The first two mini warriors came with these, and I was ecstatic to see one of similar quality in there for Shafter. The thing is like a credit card. It's thick, shiny, and you can bang it against stuff pretty hard. I don't know what would happen if you inserted it into a bank slot, but I am sure you could pop a lock open with it if you know how. Getting my hands onto the Shafter himself, the first thing I want to point out is how astoundingly on palette his colors are in comparison to his venerable forefather, Transformers Generation 1's Erector. The yellow is practically throbbing with hue, and looks far more vibrant than Rager's slightly faded off orange. Shafter has similar paint apps to Rager, with the added bonus of silver hubcaps to make him look just a bit more fancy.
Shafter, transform and rise up!
Induction rivet guns. So, the legends about your cannons were true.
Prepare yourself, Toxin. I will pump you full of hot justice.
Shafter is a red-faced, blue-eyed, hard-headed master of civil engineering. While the hufferish shell on his back isn't quite in line with his progenitor's look, his color palette is right on the money. He also has a few more extra paint apps over Rager here thanks to the red ribbings on his ample frame. Most interestingly to toy production nerds like myself, one can also see that his pieces were, quite possibly, gang-molded differently than Rager's. While Rager's thighs, torso, and head share the same plastic color, Shafter's got a shared gray plastic on his thighs and arms. Well, I thought it was cool. He's posabilistically the same as Rager, which means he has the same pros and cons. A great range of motion in his limbs, a helpful waist swivel, and a decent ball-jointed head rammed right up the crevice of his big yellow overhang. Just as with Rager, you'll have to execute some precise two-fingered insertion techniques to get a grip on his head and diddle it around to a position that you enjoy. Speaking as someone who got tired of Erector several months before the BotCon 2011 Hall of Fame, but did enjoy Hasbro's unique approach to responding to the joke, I think Shafter takes the aged and flaccid flagpole of his forefather and replaces it with the stiffened rod of a new generation. Fandom meta-history aside, this is a well-done redeco of an enjoyable toy, and he's topped with the ripe cherries of a fun bio, some great artwork, and Rager's excellent packaging presentation. Erector purists may have issues with the huffertivity of his vehicle hood, but I think he is a great representation of the future of that polished and heavy dynasty. Anyway, this has been internet personality Vangelus. I am looking forward to TFcon 2012 and hope to see you there. Unless you're watching this after it happened, in which case I hope I saw you there. Unless you weren't there, in which case I hope you weren't too unhappy. Maybe we can forge a new legend together if we do meet up there, with only our shafters in our rigid grips. I made a dick joke. Spoiler alert.